All right, YouTube. It's just an update on some comments I got on one of my some of my concerned subscribers and viewers. They had mentioned that they kind of concerned about the wires, the cables I use. One of them commented that he had used 0 gauge on the batteries, and I want to thank you for mentioning that. But when it comes to lithiums, if you look at the car, they don't have any big battery, big cables connected to these batteries at all. The cables are kind of smaller when it comes to gauges. But to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of people connected number 10 cable on the interconnect because they were driving high voltage, and it requires a smaller wire, but it depends the load you're pulling out from the batteries as well. But there is another concerned subscriber who had mentioned, ask what's the size or what's the voltage and amps on the batteries, which I mentioned on the description below. And I decided to go with number 4 because it's kind of heavy gauge wire, and you can do the math and do the calculation. You know exactly what number 4 amperage can take or can accommodate. So being said that, I use the flexible wire, which is a thin copper wire. Sorry, and it has the flexibility on it. You can see it can swivel, can move. So if I have to stack these batteries, I have to move them, or because of space or whatever, you need these wires to be able to be flexed back and forth, compared to I was gonna use my THHN cable. THHN cable is kind of a solid copper, very tough, hard wire, and I don't want to just go about it and use a THHN, because by doing so, because so hard, is gonna make this thing kink. And these are little plates, tiny plates here that are connected to the battery, like connected the interconnect to the battery series, the parallel series inside the battery. Thin plates like the ones if you have dealt with lithium batteries, or you open one of them, and when you see where they put the BMSs, they are just a thin plate, really flimsy plates that needs to be not really tough, because it's not like high voltage. Sorry, it's not like a high amperage going through. It's just a high voltage. So I just want to make sure I don't use the thick THN cable, which I had. I can do a 6, but this is 4, but it's flex. And the other viewer was concerned about it, and this is the reason. And the main reason about this video, this is a number. If you decided to go with a 2-hot cable, these are 2-hot log right here. So I hope you can see that. Yes, number 2. See that? It's a number 2 log, and it's gonna be too heavy. It's a thick log that it can fit here. See that? It can fit there, because remember, the bigger the wire size, the log is gonna be bigger. And this is what? Yeah, 1/2 inch. So I'm not saying for you to use a 1/2 inch. You can use a smaller. There's a smaller, like a 5/16 or 8 something, and it will fit to this battery bolt right here. But the thing is, it's too big. See that? It's too big. It's not gonna accommodate that, because it's gonna be a big log, because you're using a bigger wire. Number 2, or number 0 will be really, really big and kinky wire. There's a possibility to wreck your terminals right here because it's heavy. The heavy you put more stress into the battery, and these terminals here tend to flex and disconnect it from the inside of the battery, which I would not recommend. And for someone to do that, because these are all the possibilities and impossibilities. I was looking at advantages and disadvantages. I was looking at doing so I can't even cause any stress on the batteries, which or damage, because the batteries cost a lot of money. So this is just an update to that video to clear some concerns with some other people who are going to be viewing this video, because the concern already came right away as soon as I post the video, and I just want to rectify that, or want to correct that, and so that people can just get confused, or I don't want the same question over and over again, which is not a bad thing to show a concern, which is that means people are paying attention on what you do, and people have questions which they needs to be answered, and they were thinking maybe that's the best way to go by using a bigger cable. But remember, the terminals are not like any battery, any standard SLA, FLA, and or maybe AGM terminal. These are just flexible terminals, and you can see the size here is approximately 2 inches apart, maybe 1.5 inches apart. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch, so it's too big. It's not gonna fit in there, even though this one is wider. But this is a too hot cable terminal. You see that? So it's not gonna work. So if you want to try it, that's fine. But the other ones here, which is this is what I can see. Okay, this one is number 8. Okay, but it's just it's a copper, and it's not just you can. It's a there's a small hole that it requires for these batteries to fit there. Look at this; it fits perfectly because it has more room, you know, wiggle around compared to this big guy. There's no way it can enter inside there, and this lip right here is longer, so it's gonna jam right in front ahead. Look, the bolts can't even fit because you can't even have a proper seating there, and you're just gonna put so much stress and probably wreck this battery terminals here. So you see the lip right here is longer, and look at this lip right here. It is kind of almost, but look, you have the perfect seating right there. See that? It sits perfectly because it's skinny, and look at that, the center right there. It's just center right there. See, you don't have to use any washer. Look at the hole, and look at this one here. There's no way. That's my point. There's no way you can fit this unless you crack this orange copper. So I don't want that to happen, but you can do. I'm just recommending this. I'm not asking anyone to do what I did, but if you think you want to do that, you can fit it right in there. Hey, it's good. Compliment to you, and you show me on your videos, and I'll really appreciate to see that. I'm glad to see that. But as far as my application goes, I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, this is number 4, sorry, number 4, but I'm able to fit it on number 6 terminal. So that's what I did. Thanks for watching. Just to clarify things here, and just be safe, and anything you do, you don't want to mess with things that you're not sure. Maybe you think overkill is fine. You can use overkill. Anything bigger is fine, but just don't underestimate things, or go on a say, okay, because of budgets, I'm just gonna do this, and this is what I have. Don't take that risk. Okay, these are 75 amp hour each, so at 12 volt they have massive power. So, and they can draw about 600 amps peak and 300 continuous. 350 continuous or 300. Check on the description below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share this video. Love you guys all. Bye for now. All right, before I leave, I don't just want to leave you like this. I want to give you a quick comparison here, and you don't want to use any of this, number 2 or number 4. This is a number 4 hot cable. See that? Number 4 is too big. Okay, this is number 2 here. See that? 2/0 is too big. So I would not recommend these two. I would not recommend it because look how this thing is so big. You can barely fit. You cannot even barely fit. You can fit. Okay, that's number 4. I just tried there. This is number 2. It's too big. And 0, even 0 can't work on this. Because, see that? This is the perfect size, number 8. Number 6, sorry. Number 8 and 6. This is 8 right here. I don't have a 6 right now. 6 is here. This is number 8. So, just to give you a quick look, some of you guys haven't seen this or haven't been at the store to see how these lugs are. And you see them online. It's totally different. These are monsters. Okay? These are big welding cables. It can fit there. Don't even think about buying them because it's not going to fit on the terminal. Unless you want to improvise. I don't know how you want to do it, but you have to show me on your videos. But does it necessary? Because a big one like this, a number 4 cable, 4 hot, will destroy this battery because the weight, number 4 is big. To give you a better understanding, this is number 4. Or number 2, sorry. Excuse me, this is number 2. 2 hot cable. See? See how monster it is? It's so big that, let me use the short one. That's number 2. Okay? You see how big it is? It's huge. Why would you put this? And it's really hard for you to even maneuver this one to tie it to the other battery right here. You see how big it is? It's huge, like a horse leg. You can't do that. And you see that? That's the number right there. Just prove it because I extended the video because I want you to see the differential or the difference between number 2, number 8, number 10, whatever, 6. This is number 2. Welding cable. It's big. It's heavy. Trust me. It's really heavy. So you don't want to put it on these batteries. And that's how I wrap up the video. Sorry, I just got the video a little bit longer for other people who probably want to drag this or complain or maybe say, oh yeah, I'll do that. So that's the size of the wire I've seen in the terminals as well. Bye for now.